besides this sumbitch that I had that didn't judge me.
He didn't
This
know,
dude never judged
he
me.
didn't know I was a friend whenever he threw me in.
No,
the
you were still a
pool.
baby at that time.
The fuck I was. I
No,
was
you
in middle
were.
school.
You were. This was like in '99, maybe 2000. You were still a baby.
I was 9.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome back for another episode. This episode is brought to you by the Head Cleaner. For your mount needs, he's the guy. Ready safe survival tins. If you have any need for survival equipment at all, it all comes in a small little tin, and you would be surprised what is inside. Also, Hot DTF Products is the one we get our shirts from, our koozies, everything you think you need that has our logo shooting the shit on it. So, let's dive on in.
I've already listened, Tom. Listen enough.
And we're back from our piss break.
Hi. I shook hands with a short friend. It was
Ladies
kind of
and
fun.
gentlemen,
No, the reason
I
why
am
I
with
asked
two
before
vaginas.
the piss break was if you ever got your grandparents drunk, because I got my grandpa drunk one time at a golf course.
At a golf course?
At a golf
So-
course.
It was kind of before. So, you know when you make a Bloody Mary,
Oh, I love them.
you can put anything in it.
Bloody Mary.
Anything, right? Like you can put anything. Okay, if this stinks,
Wait a minute. Is this working?
Ooh, little
If
toot
that
toot there,
stinks-
bud.
I'm sorry.
You
But-
Little toot
so,
toot. Don't mess with my
When we
toot
used to go
toot.
to Farmington to go camping, the rule was when you woke up hungover, the rule was you either drink a
Hello. There we are.
screwdriver or a Bloody Mary. That is your breakfast. Like, I
Good
mean,
old
you
Bloody
eat
Mary.
breakfast, right? But that is your
He's
drink
on the
of
rag
choice.
again.
Well,
Pussy
my
eating
grandparents
Pamela's
had
got
come
blood on
out.
her chin.
It was like 9 a.m. My dad had invited them out, and he's like, "Hey, we're gonna go golf today at Girard. It's a 9-hole golf course." And he said, so my grandparents showed up. They ate breakfast, and Billy Newell goes, "Okay, so on the way there, you either have a choice of a screwdriver or a Bloody Mary." And my grandpa goes,
Screwdriver.
"I think I'll take a Bloody Mary."
Okay.
And I told my grandpa, I said, "Whatever you fucking do not eat whatever they put in it."
Oh, that's the good shit.
And so we're driving to Girard, and you know, between all three of us, Arlington to Girard's like 10 minutes.
Yeah, that ain't that far.
It ain't very far.
We pull into the golf course parking lot. I look at my grandpa. I said, "Don't you fucking do it." And he ate the fucking pickle. I had the
Ooh,
the real big, long,
the spears.
the hot and spicy pickle spear.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Good shit.
So my grandpa fucking ate it.
Heartburn.
And we get in the golf course, or we get the golf cart. I'm pulling up the hole one, and my grandpa goes, "Hey, I need you to do me a favor." And I said, "What's that?" He goes, "Can you make what they made me this morning?" I said, "I can." He said, "Well, go back to the truck." So I went back to the truck. I made
Anybody
them,
need a beer?
I made them
Nope.
my dad's. Yeah, sure. Made them my dad's and my dad and Billy's famous Bloody Mary. We made it to hole 3 on a 9-hole
Famous in
golf
a small
course.
town.
And my grandpa goes, "I don't think I can hit the golf ball." I said, "No, you can. It ain't gonna go where you want it, but you can hit it all you
Smack
want
the
to."
shit out of it.
Hey, we got
So-
some Sunny D's in here too. You
Oh
want
yeah,
one?
we have you ever tried them?
Oh, yes.
You want a
Do you want
Sunny
one?
D?
No.
Why not?
Are you done?
I am not done. I'm letting Junior here recoup for a minute because the Rumple decided he was gonna do a whole fucking.
Backflip and a belly flop.
Well, I was gonna say eliminate a whole society down there, but
Ooh, really?
that fucking German's on the warpath.
I like him.
He's trying to get rid of comedians.
Right. I will say though, by the time this video airs, it might be over. But I hope everybody from the Hurricane's all right.
That's supposed to be a bad bitch
I-
rolling
Oh,
in.
it's been bad. My
I
wife's
do
been watching
watch
it.
a couple of streamers who are going through it right now that live in Florida. Hope everybody's okay. But yeah, like that.
But meanwhile, if you're not, look us up. Give us a like, follow, and a subscribe
that's-
on
That's
on
not what,
YouTube, and
I'm fucking
we'll
saying.
drink some Rumple for you.
Because you don't
But
have
it's
any
dry
fucking,
here in Kansas.
If you subscribe, we'll say I hope you're okay.
We will.
you don't
We
have
will.
any fucking power. Yeah. But
I ain't never had power. You want another shot of Rumple? God.
fuck are you doing?
This new phone's fucking me up. I was gonna look up the hurricane real quick.
What is it, Helena?
Helen
Elena?
fucking Keller on this
Elena?
son of a bitch.
I mean, when I saw it, all I could think was Helena, Arkansas, which it's not. that.
Helene.
Fuck Arkansas.
Tropical Depression Helene
don't say
live
that.
updates
I love
at
Arkansas.
least 42 dead as storm churns over southeast.
No,
I will say,
it's
after
killing
this
people
episode
already.
airs
Obviously, it's
next
the
Friday,
news. It's NBC. They never
we record.
lie.
They're lying, sons of
next
bitches.
episode, you need to bring bow hunting shit
Okay.
because we're getting to that time frame.
I mean, bow season's already started in Kansas. I
It's
have
just
not.
so fucking hot. I mean,
I have not gotten.
It is way too hot to
Yeah.
hunt right now.
I
yeah.
haven't gotten
You gotta have
really
a freezer.
gung ho about it yet because all my big boys, and I have some pretty good pictures. I'm not going to show you guys because, quite frankly, I really don't even like y'all that much.
He's gonna show us. He's
I
gonna
know
send them to
I'm
me.
greedy.
Where they at? Tell me.
They're right there on my
Mhm.
phone.
I think I know where
You know
most of
you
your
They're
can
in the
shit
show
trees.
is
them,
at.
but they
They're in the
don't know
trees.
where they are.
No, I really don't even want to show them right now.
I can't wait till they get hit on the highway and I get to send you a
Here.
Stop it.
picture.
I'll change
Stop
the
it.
voice. Here, wait.
He said, "Just tell me."
He said that they're huge big boys, but he's embarrassed.
I don't even remember how to change the voice on mine. But
They'll get
they are.
smoked on the highway. I'm gonna send you a picture. I'm gonna cut the horns off
Don't say
and I'm
that.
gonna wear them up and down the highway.
Don't say that. I have
I
three.
believe the last one he talked about chasing was hung in the fence over.
No, I wasn't really chasing him, but I was going to shoot him out of pity because he got his left front leg blown off during rifle season by some asshole that
That
didn't know how to
thinks he's
shoot.
a bow hunter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you shot the last one last year because you felt bad for him because of the growth he had.
I did. I shot
That's
Gordy
gross.
Jr. Oh, dude, he had a gorder in his chest. Great big old nasty growth.
Maybe you should take him to the vet.
Well, I mean, if he would have gotten a trailer, I would have.
Did you ask him?
Yeah, he got the shit beat out of him like 20 minutes, I'm guessing, before I shot him. He come in limping,
Well,
had this
god
big old
damn.
growth in his front, in between his front legs, and we knew how old he was. We already kind of knew what was going on, but the dude got beat up.
Nothing
And
like
I
getting your
text-
ass whipped and getting
No.
shot out of
I told,
pity.
I told my Arkansas buddy, I was like, look, I said, I'm gonna fill my tag this year. It's total pity kill. I said, but this old boy just got
Who
beat
the
up,
fuck is this? I don't know who these.
and yeah, I don't feel bad about it at all. He ate really good.
Okay.
But I have three mature bucks this year that are all 5.5 to 6 year olds. And I'm not a picky guy. They're all 3 shooters. And I am literally going to get in the stand this year. And the first one of those 3 that shows up
You'll probably miss him.
is no, I'm not. The first
What bow do you shoot?
I'm just gonna
I have an
say this.
Expedition FLX.
I'm just gonna say this out
That's
loud.
just the brand is the Expedition.
Yeah,
Okay.
Expedition. I shot
Um,
Hoyt for
I
years.
didn't know if you just hoiting them or what.
No, I shot
I'm
Hoyt for
gonna-
years.
I'm gonna give a shout out. I don't know if you can see it,
Oh.
but it's on our Facebook page.
Shout out to who?
I believe it's WKOP.
That's the wrong
In
kind
Cincinnati?
of podcast. Nope. That
No.
is the wrong kind of podcast in Coffeyville, Kansas. That is Justin. That's one of my buddies.
By the way, they follow us on Facebook,
Yes,
Who
they
that?
do.
and they like everything we share.
WKOP.
WKOP,
I would
wrong kind of
love
podcast.
if we can
out of
figure
Coffeyville,
out-
Kansas.
If we can figure out the Zoom thing,
Oh yeah, we
I'm
would totally
going
do
to tag you in this video or at you, whatever. But I forgot I was on our Facebook page,
that, right?
and I was looking on Facebook for a second, and
I know you guys are not old enough to know to remember it,
but
it's funny that they're WKOP. There used to be a TV show,
Yeah, Cincinnati.
WKRP,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Listen, WKOP is Justin, his wife Megan, there's Yancey, and Derek. These
What?
are these are guys I met through a mutual friend that I work with.
Right.
That we all played video games together.
So it's two guys and two
Yeah.
girls.
No, it's 3 of them.
They are on our followers list.
It's Justin,
WKYP.
Justin and his
WKOP.
wife
OP.
Megan.
Okay.
Then
Wrong
there's
kind of
Yancey
podcast.
Right.
and Derek.
Right on. Well, thank
But-
you guys for the follow.
I just happened to I just loaded up Facebook for a second, and it popped up that they had shared something, and almost everything we share, and I like a lot of their shit on ours too. But
Okay.
everything that we share, they seem to drop a like or whatever.
Are they on YouTube?
I don't know.
No, he doesn't do video.
No,
He's
Okay.
Spotify, and I know he's got some others out
Because
there.
I'm the one out of our group that does all the YouTube shit.
yeah.
And
And-
yeah, if you guys ever get on YouTube, let me know. We'll make sure and trade out likes and subscribes and all that shit. And
They're a lot of fun.
that's
They're
cool.
I'm in a big group chat. This whole group we're in with them. It's a lot of fun.
Right
But
on.
I would love to do. I don't care if we drive to Coffeeville. We'll load up our
I mean,
shit.
I got nothing
Like,
to
I
do
mean,
and nowhere to
like,
get there.
I mean, I have microphones. We'll load up our microphones. We'll do something. We can do a televised thing, whatever. But I know and here's kind of an issue. They do. I've seen their stuff. They kind of like,
He does a lot of Coffeeville related stuff.
yeah, and they do like a lot of like city shit, stuff
Uh-huh.
like that.
Yep.
But like,
Okay.
I would like to like. I mean, we can sit down and fucking compare cities. We could sit down and
Oh,
just
dude,
bullshit.
could we
God.
compare cities?
But
Golly.
I've never listened to their stuff.
right.
They have some pretty good episodes.
Well,
I,
let's just talk-
don't know if they curse like we do, but that's gonna be one of those things.
No,
we
they're
might
not
have
as
to-
bad as us.
We might have to watch what we say, but I would
Well,
like to do something with somebody
They're a lot of
else
fun.
Yeah, let's
because
talk
that
about
would be fun.
when you talk about cities. Let's talk about our city for a second.
Yeah, let's just
Oh,
spray
where they're
shit water all
graveling
over
our
the sore.
Fucking roads.
But they're
Why?
spraying
Why
shit water
is
all over the
no,
top of that.
no?
Bullshit.
I just want to know why
That's
Wall
our
Street
thing.
is closed down.
Oh, that's because the barber shop's falling down.
Yeah, but is it falling down in the whole fucking
It is
street?
falling
it
down
is.
on
That
the street.
building's not even tall enough
It
to
is.
get all the way across the
It
street.
Do
is
you want me
falling
to tell
down the
you
street.
why? I can tell you why, but
Yes.
your family's gonna hate it.
Come on, Tuck Point.
Okay, so from what I was informed, a certain individual had bought those buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I know who that individual is.
and he had
The same one that bought the one on the corner.
no, so he had bought those buildings, and they were having issues. He was going to fix that issue, and the city came in and they had condemned them back in the day. When they did, a certain individual came in and bought them, or took them out from under. Not so much took them out from underneath him because I'm not listing any names, but he still had a loan out on them.
Right.
Well, he's still paying for those through his bank. But the person who had bought them from said city, after they had condemned them, had paid a certain company, you know what, fuck it, Mid-Continental, to come in and basically support everything so it wouldn't fall in.
But were they supportable?
That was
They
started
tied-
with the very end one when they had to pull them back together.
But they tied everything together. So there is no way of working on just one building. They are all tied together.
so they just
I
tried
can
to
say this as a
Midco
I can say
tried
this
to
as
keep,
as a restoration mason, whatever you want to call it.
so Midco tried to keep the one from
Midco
falling
went
down.
in and pinned everything together.
Right.
well, okay.
Well, the thing is when one falls,
The way I understood that when you look how they were built to begin with, the fire took out, when after the big fire we had,
Mhm.
it messed up all of them. But it's like the one down there by Sharky's. They were all pinned together. They had the big rods
that's
that ran
the worst
through them,
fucking thing you
pulling
can
Yeah,
do.
them
but they had
together.
to.
Yeah,
No, there's a difference in having to
it's how they built
and
them.
fixing the
screwed it
problem.
up.
Right, but they had
They
had
had-
to pin them
They
together.
had to go
And
up. They
ask
had to
Sharky's how
draw
that
it
worked
all
out.
back
Right.
together.
They had to
So
rebuild half their fucking building.
the way
Right.
I understood, like the side to side, the east and west, they're pinned together.
Yeah, so
But there's
basically,
nothing north and south.
So basically,
So if the front falls off of that
And that's
building,
what's going on. The
So-
front's falling off.
basically, so
but it's not. What
So-
my whole thing
so
with the whole deal,
whenever
it's
the
not tall
barbershop,
enough to reach all the way across wall.
You're gonna
Wrong.
stand out there and find out.
Yeah.
so okay, I can say as a person who's been in that industry, my old lady, whenever the barbershop made the post about
Why she got to be old? She's really not that old.
so okay, since we're not engaged,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so since we're not engaged, that's her.
Right.
That's
I
her.
hear you.
That's her name.
hear
She
you.
likes being called the old lady.
She likes it.
She thinks girlfriend's too young.
It
like
is.
It's,
It
so
is.
you know, like that's a high school
she's
thing.
not a ball and chain yet.
But
And she's not a fiance.
Shut up.
Oh.
and
why
so,
isn't? Why aren't you,
um,
Ashley?
Mm.
I mean, if the things keep
Commitment
going,
issues.
no, if the
commitment
things
issues.
keep going, if the things keep going legal wise, that's just gonna be me and her go in and.
Ashley, he's
paper.
talking shit.
I'll get
Um,
ordained. I will marry you both.
So
Oh,
whenever they made that post about, well, someone please come help
he's,
our fucking.
he just totally bypassed it.
You won't acknowledge me.
He said if anybody has
What
any
did I do
reason-
to hurt you?
I would ask my grandpa.
Ah,
He's already certified.
but he's
Well,
still
fuck
skirting
me.
around the
Anyways,
issue of
back to the,
fact
no,
of-
the normal subject.
like,
when the,
why
whenever
is
the
she not a
barbershop made the post
fiance?
about having someone come in and fix their, fix their building, she sent it to me.
Right.
And she's like, "Do you think you and a few buddies could do this?" No,
No,
it's a historical downtown.
yeah.
and
You, have
gotta
to
go
be
by all of
insured.
the-
You have
yeah.
to be licensed. You have to be yada yada. Can I do it? I've done it 100 times. I worked on the Fort Scott Fort
right.
where when I removed the mortar joints from in between stones and said brick, I had to use a hammer and a fucking chisel because they didn't allow power tools. Been there, done that. The building I'm working on now in Arkansas is the second oldest building in Fayetteville. It used to be a Apple building where the train station that came through,
Like Apple.
They sold
no,
apples?
like
iPhones?
they delivered apples
Apples. Yeah, real apples.
into this building.
What colors?
and-
Red, greens.
It was the largest at the time. It was the largest apple producer in the world.
Did they have iPod?
You fuck. It was apples, as in the
Apple
the
Podcast?
kind you eat. And
No Apple
so
Music.
I'm currently working on that
It's gonna
historical
beat our asses.
fucking building because I have to put it back the exact same way it looked. It was built in 1902.
He said, "Gay."
I have to make it look the same way it did in 1902. And I've done that so far because they are fucking.
Did you
Static
use like
about the way
horse
that it
shit and
looks.
straw as mortar?
No, I use sand, 2 different types of Portland, lime, and color.
Not the same.
5 different things.
They use horse shit and straw.
No, they did not. Back in the day, they used. Back in the day, they used. You know, they can hear that, right? That didn't cover that up. But
It covered up a little.
so like, back in the day, it was
Is
just
it red or red brick?
back in the day, it was just sand and lime,
But you said you had to color the brick. Red brick?
not the brick. It's
Yellow
the
brick.
It's the mortar.
Morty. What is Morty and Rick doing right now?
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
There you go.
I don't know if they're coming out with any more episodes because of what they're.
I'm just trying to figure out what
Owner just did. He talked about.
the Rumple hit a whole nother level all
He
of a
talked
sudden.
about sexualizing kids, but whatever.
Dude,
we'll leave that
what?
alone.
What?
Just wait till this is
Rick
over.
and Morty did?
Just wait till not Rick and Morty, but the like owner of it.
Shut up, really?
So
Elaborate.
that building will
I liked that show.
that building will
Fucking
fall
pedo.
to the north pretty quick. And the problem is when it falls,
It's gonna take the ones beside
the
it.
ones beside it
You think
are
it's going to take out hole in the wall, too?
No, because hole in the wall is on the end. There's a building
Yeah.
between them two. So hole in the wall, and this is just my opinion.
See,
They're
they went back
writing
to-
it out for insurance money.
Well, no. A hole in the wall
No,
went through it.
that's
And when they
mine.
reinforced everything,
That's
they did the mud jack in between the first and second story and put that awning on. They mud
Okay.
jacked everything in and put anchors in to
What's that gonna
reinforce the
fucking
whole side of
fix?
that building.
that's not
Why not?
because the support system that's in that building is running east to west.
So when they put it back together, you look on the east and west ends. There's big. They used to be stars, big metal stars and big rods that run through and
Really?
tighten
So-
the bolt and draw the building
so-
together.
Basically, if you're looking this way, I'm looking at the camera.
Right.
East and west is this west east.
Right.
The building is facing north and south.
Right.
The face of that building decides to fall.
Yeah. You
It has
just let
no
it fall.
support.
Basically, well, that's
I mean, the face will fall, but the buildings to the east and west should be fine, right?
I don't know how far the
I don't know.
because the ties that go in, they're not just
All the
like
bricks are tied together for building to building for
the
the, face,
ties that bind.
ain't they? Are they not?
back in the day they didn't use tie brick. I mean they did, but if you ever look at an old building and you see it's every 6 courses, 6 to 7, you'll see your normal 8-inch.
You're gonna have to
7 and
dumb
3/4.
this down to what a course
Yeah.
is for me.
Okay,
Of course, is a level.
a course of brick is every layer of brick.
Okay.
So you have
Yeah.
like 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layer, 4
Okay.
layer.
It's just like
That's
the
what you call
stripes
a
on that
course.
flag right there.
It's just like the
Each
stripes on a flag.
each
So
red stripe and each white stripe is a course.
that's a course. That's a course. That's a course.
Right.
Every 6 layers, every 6 courses.
Technically,
But
that's
if
America.
they have
America.
if they have true tie courses, they're
Right.
called tie courses,
yeah.
which are the bricks you see where you just see the 4-inch face.
Those are the ones that are
if they're-
tied back in.
If they're true tie courses, they're laid across. I don't know if that building is three layers thick, 2 layers thick, or it's just one. I don't know. If it's 3 layers thick, a tie course will go from front to back.
It'll tie in all 3
We'll
layers.
tie all the way to we'll
Okay.
tie all the way to the back inside in the inside interior, and that is your support. So every 6 to 7 courses, you lay that tie course,
Right.
and it keeps it stable. That building, I
Folks,
don't
we're
know.
learning shit together right now.
That building, I
Hooked
don't
on
know
phonics for
if
masonry.
they are a what we did at the job where I was informed I'm not allowed to talk about, but I don't give a flying fuck on the building that we talked about.
But do you care?
Where no, on the Walmart museum we just did, it is a single course thick building.
So
It is
how
a-
do you do a tie-in
It is
course
a
on that?
replica. Every 6 courses, you screw into the foundation, the either metal or wood, whatever it is. You screw in bolts. It has a bracket that has a metal piece comes in.
But
and
you
it
don't turn
loops.
them.
No. It's like a V shape with 2 big old deals on the back.
Oh, it's like
You-
an
and-
anchor.
And you put them through and you anchor it to it. It's
Okay.
just decorative. It has no fucking structural meaning. It has no nothing.
It's like
So
what they
for
call
all
it,
you
a
masons
fascia,
out there
or
that do masonry work, whatever.
it's like a fascia or whatever you call
Yeah,
it.
it's like basically like a fascia.
Gotcha.
Not quite like what Walmart and McDonald's does, where they have like the fake brick
We
and
are
shit.
learning
It's an actual
shit.
whole brick length worth.
Know some terminology.
I know,
am
right?
fucking
When you
impressed.
said fascia, I'm like,
Bob
look
the
out.
Builder did me good.
I'm assuming the buildings
Can we build it?
downtown are 3
Nope, it's
courses
fucked.
thick,
Yes, we can.
and if they're tied in the way that I said before, if that bitch goes to fall, whatever is attached to it is
Is going
coming the
with it.
fuck down with it.
Bro, for sure.
So it's gonna rip the front of it off, and whatever is secured to it, whether it's got support behind it with the braces they put in years ago, it's all gonna come down with it. So is hole in the wall safe? Maybe. Is anything on either side, east or west, right next to it safe?
Maybe.
Probably not,
You don't think so?
because they
Even the old pump
Steph,
house?
I thought it was connected directly. I thought there's only three buildings
There
right
is.
there.
there
You
is
got
the
hole in the
old-
wall.
there's the old Altel building.
No,
I thought it was gone.
no, it's gone.
Because
There's
I thought
hole in the
wall.
wall. The Altel and the barbershop all became one.
That's what
Oh,
I
then
thought.
the hole in the wall.
And then
That's what I thought. It
You
was-
got the old pump
It
house
used to be it was the bar forever.
that had the
just the
basketball
3.
court dance floor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that is
It's
all.
just
Gonna,
those 3 buildings right there.
if the face of the barbershop comes down, it is gonna rip shit off of both sides.
Well, according to because
If it's all the way through, which I've been informed it is anchored both
Tied
sides.
on both ways.
yeah,
It's
that's
all the way
the
through
way I
both
understood it.
sides.
It's
It
anchored
is
all
gonna
the way.
rip the face of everything off.
Really?
see
I can almost promise you.
after the commission meeting the other night. I
You
read
think
some of
they'll
the
give us a
highlights
discount
of
on
it.
beer?
Doubtful. After the
What is the bar behind the hole?
there ain't one.
H
ain't.
and R H and something bar. H&R bar and spa thing.
Oh, I have no clue.
No, that's like a,
Oh, in the building across that empty lot.
that's like some pedicure shit
But it's like
or
a
something.
It's like a but
It's
like
not a
if
bar.
you
It
plug
was
the hole in the
something
wall,
different.
they had the signs that say H and
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, but there's a complete courtyard
I have no
between those
clue.
buildings and the one you're talking about.
I have no clue.
I can
And
say
they-
from
and,
my, and Okay, I've been in this. Hayden is almost 14. I started in 2019.
You're talking about the one that's hooked to the Cortland.
There's nothing hooked to it. I
Yeah,
mean,
there is.
well, yeah, on the other side.
Yeah, yeah.
Those buildings are fine. Are all those structures that were fire damaged secure? Fuck no, because the city's cheap as shit. The only building that is structurally sound on that fucking area that got burnt is the one LaRoche built. But
It didn't get burnt.
And,
No,
yeah, I never got
It's
burnt.
up there on
That's on the
everything
old-
else,
That's the only Fort
well,
Scott Tribune.
well, besides the whole
block.
the one that turned into apartments, that one's solid concrete.
That's the
the-
Masonic Lodge,
Yeah,
the big one.
but
Yeah,
all
that's
the other
way
ones
down
are
there.
like where the restaurant is,
Freemasons
Yeah.
building, yeah.
like where the restaurant is, and the city hall. The city
Yeah.
hall is not very old.
No, City Hall's
like,
not that old. It was
all the
built
buildings
after the
past
fire.
it fucking used to be a museum.
You need
I
to
don't know if it still is.
be.
It's like the
That's all
museum.
south of
fire was
Liberty
like-
Theater-
The
Liberty
fire was
Theater.
everything basically north of First and
Of
Main,
Liberty.
going up to Wall Street.
All
It
of
was
that
the old.
stuff.
God, what was that bar's
The
name?
pump house.
It wasn't the pump house.
The other bar.
No, I can't remember now.
On the east side. On
it
the
was
east
the
side
east
of the
side. It
road
had an old fuel tank down
was the
there.
other
for
bar. That's the
I
one
don't
that had
remember.
the upstairs and the downstairs. Literally, I was in there the night before it burned down. And
I'm
I had
just
nothing
telling
to
you,
do with it. I
That
plead the fifth. I
I
swear.
guarantee you that structure is still there after
Dude,
it burnt. It's fucked.
It took out a
Because
lot of. I was just started working for the
If-
water plant when
if
that happened.
You know as well as I know. You know how bricks are made?
Yeah, under pressure.
You take the mud and you smash the mud.
No, the bricks are made just like
It's
a
Three
like a pill.
hippies in a field.
They're made just
smashing
like an
mud and
elite.
straw.
They're a mixture of whatever shit's in them, but they're formed under pressure. They're not cooked or baked or any of that
That's
shit.
wrong.
No, they're not.
They're baked in an oven.
Not a real red brick. A real red brick is
Okay, go buy a
it
real one
heats
nowadays.
up. It heats up under pressure. All those downtown are all real red bricks.
Yeah.
They heat up
That
under
were
pressure
built
just
when?
like Portland.
90%
mean,
of them was still Fort Scott. bricks,
yeah,
so
in
we
the
used to have a brick
20s.
factory.
And yeah, okay. So you mean to tell me if you take a red brick right now, throw it in a campfire, and let that bitch burn for 3 or 4 hours,
Oh, I'm not saying it's going to be
And
pull it
structurally
out and
sound
take
at
a
all.
small hammer, just a little bitty tiny
Well,
hammer,
it'll
Oh,
probably
yeah, it'll
bust- it'll
crumble to
go to
dust.
powder.
that's how
That's what I'm
every
saying.
brick on that area is.
Oh
It'll go
yeah,
to
I know
powder.
that.
The city of Fort Scott is so fucking cheap
Wow.
that
We
they're
just
like,
got personal.
gonna
I
let-
don't
so-
disagree with
no,
him.
No,
so,
I know,
no,
he's
I'm
right.
saying what they're doing is
you're
this,
right.
they're going to wait for it all to crumble because everybody
They've
who
already
has
condemned it.
yeah, it's been condemned 4 or 5 fucking
Yeah,
times.
now the barber shop.
Really?
Yeah.
They, after the commission meeting the other night,
It was
the building has
condemned
been
after the certain
condemned.
person I talked about bought
But
it.
the owners of it, the way the commission meeting went through, because I read the highlights, they said within the next 2 weeks they're going to have a company coming in to start the repairs.
Repairs
Bullshit.
are tearing it down.
Do you
They
know?
say repairs.
Do you want to know
I
why?
don't know.
One of the big reasons why it's doing what it's doing, just like the building
Because
I'm
it was
working on
built in
right
the
now.
time of Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, Mother
But do you want
Nature.
to know one of the reasons why it's doing what it's doing? I'm going to ask you each. You have one answer. Do you want to know one of the reasons why it's doing what it's doing, even though all the shit you just said?
I
What's your
am not
answer?
a Mason. I have no fucking clue.
Which
Because it's
no.
I would guess age has a
you
big
did
part to do
concrete.
with it.
Age is one thing. You did concrete. Why is it doing what it's doing?
because the Portland is old.
That's true, but that's not it. When you drive on Wall Street where it's at, what do you drive on?
Well, you're driving on brick.
Brick streets.
No? Driving uphill or downhill?
Oh, so
Oh,
you're saying it's sloping
It's
downhill?
walking
settling.
downhill.
It's settling,
It's settling.
falling
It's
downhill.
settling
The
downhill.
building I'm working on now, you walk along the 100. It's 102 feet long. From
And it's
point A to
3
point
inches.
B.
3 inches.
but it slopes like
Yeah.
this. What is the building gonna do?
It's gonna
It's like
settle.
a house. It's
It's
gonna,
gonna
settle.
settle.
That building is settling. That building is literally falling apart. Do you know what's holding it together?
Hopes and
These
dreams.
steel beams that were put in it.
I can believe
Steel
that.
will do
See, I
so
was gonna
much.
think. I was
But the
gonna
thing-
See,
say.
I was-
but the thing our city is doing is they are not giving two shits because everybody who owns every building that's on there
But do you
has
care?
insurance. So they're like, when that sumbitch falls, their insurance company's going to pay to fix it.
See,
They're
when
going
I
to
was-
pay to fix it.
When
They're
I
gonna
was
pay to
working
fix
for
it.
the
Not
city
the
is
fact
when
this
the
is
hole in the wall started
national
falling down.
historic downtown, but I guarantee you, if the national fort was to have that same issue, have you ever walked the fort?
Oh yeah.
Is any building on a sloped surface?
No.
No.
But you
And they all
walk,
have
But
new
you
foundations.
also
but you walk
realize
half a
The
block.
fort was never where it's at right now
But
either.
you walk no.
most
but-
of it was.
but
no,
you walk-
no, it was all
Yeah.
transported there.
But you walk
Most
100
of it was down in
yards.
Belltown.
No.
But you walk 100 yards to the south. Everything is on a sloped surface. The National Historic Downtown Fort Scott, Kansas.
Mhm.
You drive up Wall Street coming from east to west. You drive uphill.
Oh, for sure.
Everything shifts. You even said it. All that rain we got beginning of the year into last year. What does your house do?
My house didn't do a lot with the rain, but with this drought,
It's
when
shifted.
the ground started to shrink back,
It's shifted.
Courtney come to
Starts
bed one night
settling.
and she's
What do
like,
you
"Babe, are
think
you
that
asleep?"
does to
And I'm like,
two-story brick
no.
buildings
Yeah.
that's not solid concrete?
Yeah,
That was built in like 1903.
my wife come to bed
1890.
one night and she's like, "Are you asleep?" I'm like, "No." She goes, "Well, I locked the screen door." I'm like, "Okay." She goes, "'Cause the house door won't lock." I'm like, "All right." She goes, "What do you mean, all right?" I said, "Babe, we built this house on a slab. I got 2 foot wide,
They spelled Michelob.
3 foot deep
Oh what?
footing all the way around Michelob. Just like it says on the can, just put Ultra.
MICHLOB.
Well, no.
And-
Afro messaged me and said alcohol recommendations go. No hard liquor because the liquor stores are closed. I said Ultra for sure.
But
It's time
my,
to go to
my
Mount
wife
Ultra.
come in and she's like, "I couldn't lock the front door." I'm like, "That's all right. I got a gun right here." She's like, No. I mean, it wouldn't lock." And I'm like, "Yes, because the ground's drying up. Dude, there were cracks big enough I could fit my fist in my yard." But we built the house on a monolithic pour. So I got 16-inch wide, 2 foot deep trenches all the way around it, and it fluctuates with the ground.
Mhm.
As soon as it dried up and started shrinking back, everything started shifting.
See, a
Yeah.
good portion of
What
the
do you
fort
think
is
those
all
buildings-
rebuilt because it was never there. There was a whole
For sure.
line of buildings.
For sure.
Right
see,
out
you gotta
front of the
think though,
fort.
your house is built on a semi-flat surface.
Yeah.
Your biggest issue
I
is you're
said
right by the creek
semi-flat
where it
I'm
surface,
right by
can
so
the
you're
creek.
right
move.
by the
I'm
creek,
right
so
by it.
everything runs downhill, and the creek absorbs all the moisture to the creek.
You know what they say?
Those fuckers are built on a brick road, and are also built back in the 1890s.
He just made me think of it. You know what they say, right? Hot on the left, cold on the right. Shit don't run uphill. Boss is an asshole and paydays on Friday.
Right.
And don't chew your
But
fingernails if you're a
you
plumber.
know as well as I
Don't chew your
know,
fingernails.
as
if you're a
somebody
plumber,
who was in
for sure.
concrete, if you take concrete over the long period of time and you add moisture, take it
Portland
out,
breaks
add
down.
moisture, take it out, Portland breaks down,
It does.
and it allows shit to move.
It does.
And I guarantee you, if you put a concrete pad in a certain
And
spot,
most of those joints on all that brick is not concrete.
no, I can
No.
guarantee you, the
Hell
building
no.
I'm
It's
working
It's
on
straight
now,
sand in Portland
it's
because
no, it's sand and lime.
Oh,
Back
okay.
then they didn't
Around
know
here,
much
yeah.
about Portland, so it was sand and lime.
right, because back then they didn't cook the lime.
You can walk up or you can just go scratch. Now you can pick the shit
Yeah,
right
they
out.
didn't
There's
go-
no
So
they
the
problem.
didn't cook
building
it
I'm
and make
working on
Portland.
now, I can walk up with my pinky nail, which you can see is not much very long.
At least you
and I
got
can
one on that end.
scrape. I can
That's his strong hand.
scrape the fucking joint out
That's his
about a
strong
quarter
hand.
of an inch deep. It's sand and
Show us
lime.
again, Dewey.
Hell yeah.
Your strong hand.
Is it
Sand
growing
and
back at all?
No.
Yeah, you can kind of see at the bottom.
Looks like a fucking claw.
Ooh, that's nasty.
So are
But-
we ready for a shot yet?
I'm
No,
sure,
fuck off.
fuck it. But I'm just saying, like,
Wow. Before Tom
There's
and
a
I both
reason
had
why-
our big boy pants on, and Cody had his vagina, and now it's me and
I
Cody,
am-
and Tom's got his
Why don't you
vagina.
go grab that peanut butter whiskey over there and I'll finish it off.
You want it?
Yeah, the
there's
Rumpleman
a
ain't
reason
doing me
why
very good.
our historic downtown is falling apart. It is because the city, who gives zero fucks,
Oh, everybody gets a raise every year, and everybody in
is
City Hall's
having
got over
raises and new
$100,000.
cars and
you
fucking
know,
everything
fucking-
else.
Yeah.
But yet they keep hiring people who launder
Yeah.
money.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Are we allowed to talk about this?
Dude, I
can give
spent
zero fucks.
14 years working for the city. I kept my mouth shut for a long time. The city
He
is
said,
bullshit.
"Never again."
The city is bullshit.
But
I know enough
I
stuff
will.
on the
I will
city.
say,
I
I
could hang a
hope
few
that
people.
our
But we're not
votes.
going to talk about that.
I hope that our votes counted, and I hope that our county commissioners.
have you had that yet?
No, let me smell it.
Oh fuck!
No,
Smell it.
no, you can smell it.
That fucking shot glass was tainted with rumples.
Smell it when you drink it.
Just pour the whole shot in there.
That's all. That's all you're getting. You only get about a half a shot.
Imagine
anyway.
that. Hey, imagine that with,
With
banana pudding.
Banana
moonshine.
pudding moonshine.
Smell it. It smells like a Reese's, don't it?
No, it really smells bad, honestly.
Oh, it's so good. I promise you. And with that rumple in it, it might be like the chocolate mints from Chicken Annie's.
No,
Give me
I was
old
thinking,
girl's shot glass over there.
I
We're
was-
about to do this.
I was thinking like the cookies from the Girl Scouts.
You're
Oh,
100%
those two,
off.
the
I don't want to drink
Thin
it now.
mints.
Just take
What?
a shot. Just take a shot.
It just,
Just wait.
that smells fucking
Just
horrible.
do it.
That smells.
Just wait. We're gonna go with you.
No balls.
Only one.
Ooh,
Me.
Why do you keep putting more and more in there, you cocksucker?
I didn't. I
And
put
we're
them
gonna
just
finish
right.
this, and we're gonna finish this fucking bottle tonight. You're
Well,
welcome.
I mean, no, we got a little bit.
He's still got Jaeger in there, just so you know.
Yeah. Sad thing is, if you do
Jaeger.
this
He could
shit-
take that home, and I'll never see it again. I'm good with it.
It's all sweet.
Hey, I did that this morning.
Oh, you sick fuck.
No, I woke up. She got up for work, and I just dropped the fucking underwear down, and she said, "Oh yeah."
No, I thought
Don't
you
you
were
love
talking about
how we go from this serious conversation to
straight
back
in.
to
I lick my fingers. He goes,
our
"Did that this
normal
morning."
programming here?
Thank you, and now we're back to our original programming.
I
Over
know
the
what this is
lips,
gonna taste
through the gums. Look out, stomach. Here she comes.
like. Yeah.
Fucking terrible.
You don't like the chocolate peanut butter?
Mm-mm.
You want some barbecue?
Mm-mm. That was.
Look at that face. Look at that face.
I'm with you, bud. I'm with you. No, let's go back to how the city's graveling
That's
our
the
roads.
last
So
to fix them.
meanwhile, when you have a podcast
that's
and you're
the
the
last
only one
one.
that doesn't have sand in your vagina,
Dude, you know what? You're
I know,
old.
no,
okay?
no,
You're
no, no,
old.
and no.
Your
This is
taste
the
buds
guy
are
that
burned
tries to
out.
make me throw up with Jim Beam,
You
and
can drink Jim Beam.
yeah, I know that's a problem.
It's not a problem. It's been a good solution to a lot of issues.
That dude will kick me right in the dick.
No, back to the city though.
Yes,
They're
Yes.
graveling our fucking streets.
I know. What is the deal with
Tap
that?
seal.
What is the deal
They
with the
straight-
chip and
it-
seal shit?
Oh god damn, dude! You come in Second Street the way I come to work every morning. It's nothing but washboards.
It's a fucking
There's
gravel
6
road.
fucking blocks. Oh
it's
yeah,
supposed to be.
it's
pavement.
tap seal. It's gonna be the best thing. Brad Mackin,
It's gonna be.
lose some of your salary just to fix the goddamn streets. We don't have money for everything.
How is a washboard gonna
Oh, I
be
need this.
It's
the
terrible.
the best thing? Oh yeah.
Fucking
That takes
terrible.
all the taste.
Our roads are shit.
I know
Our
it's not right,
infrastructure is failing.
but our taxes are going up.
Oh yeah,
I'm
taxes
debating
are
on
going up.
moving to Nevada.
That's not the
If I
answer.
was
You know why
sitting on a-
you know why Missouri sucks? Because Kansas blows. Don't run to Nevada and
I'm
take
telling
a
you
shit
right
out.
now, if I wasn't sitting on a 100-year fucking family farm, goddamn, bud, my ass would be gone. I go to Kentucky.
Oh, they
Fuck
got good
Kansas.
whiskey.
Exactly.
They
I
got
wouldn't
great-
have to go far to find my
They
gym.
got great bike rallies too.
Ooh, little Sturgis.
It's pretty good.
Uh-oh.
They
So
just- it eats
me and
me
the wife have
alive that
talked
they're
about that.
Fucking up our streets.
Me and the wife have talked
And
about
that's
that, and
the
eventually,
fix-all.
I would like to, even though we've
Pull sand out of your vagina, buy another motorcycle, and join the man club again.
no,
No?
that was not part of it. But
Oh, okay.
like, God, what a dickhole. But yeah, you're not wrong.
Motherfucker, you're half the reason I bought a motorcycle back years ago.
I know.
I'll give
I've
you
been
50
all over the
bucks and a
United
hand
States
job.
on one.
Oh.
But
I'll
no,
find
my
it.
thing is once the kids are done and established,
And I finished baking yet.
Dylan's good. Harley's good.
We need to get Dylan on a motorcycle.
Oh no, we don't.
Oh,
Oh
come
fuck!
on.
We still gotta get Dylan on the show.
I
am
got
not-
pictures of him on the mini bike still that are fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, I got
For anyone
pictures of him.
wondering, we
on the
have
back.
to reorganize this whole setup because we
Yeah.
have to get him on the show.
Dylan.
Oh, dude.
Oh, he
talked
wants
about
to
it.
so bad.
And Hayden wants to do it, and I want to get your father-in-law and your dad.
Dylan's
Oh, yeah.
22 now.
Yeah.
23
in May.
Oh my god.
Dude, I want you to know my oldest daughter is what besides Emily. Hayden's 14, almost 14.
Yeah, well, mine will be 23 in May,
Yeah, but you're fucking.
and he's been around.
49
No,
years
but
old.
he's been around since
They
he
were
was
little.
still shitting green when I lived over on the old highway.
No, you guys was here then.
No.
Yeah. You had just moved over here.
Okay. So I'd have been a 1.
Because Harley was still in diapers. Dylan was pissing on our feet while we was bullshitting around a fire.
He was. Oh, I so
Fucker,
forgot about
anyhow.
that shit.
I have to go do.
You what?
Oh, what?
He's over there mumbling. What do you do?
Wait,
I am.
what are you doing? Come on. Tell the class.
Afro messaged me.
Look.
That's who.
Why you call him Afro?
That's what we.
Oh, okay.
Afro.
His name is Will.
How do you get Afro from Will?
Afro.
His
sorry.
gaming name.
Dude, he's got
Oh,
a fro.
gotcha.
You know what
He's
my
got a
gaming
big
name is?
old red fro. The Rusty Tongs.
It's just Rusty now.
Yo, but it was Rusty Tongs. Like
So he
he's trying to
said-
pull shit out with the
They're gonna have
tongs
us
and
He
Chrome
said
dome.
alcohol recommendations go. And he said no hard
Chrome
liquor
dome.
because the liquor store is
Chrome dome.
closed. I said ultra for sure. He
Seven
said
head.
he said ultra question mark. What the fuck is ultra? I
Really?
said
Called beer.
I said yes sure.
Afro
I
Circus.
am. I'm about. Or I said.
Wow, he's drunk. He said, but I said,
Foreign.
No,
but
I
I
typed
could
it.
have, but I said,
I typed it. It made no sense. I said, I'm drinking Ultra and Rumple. He said, drunk ass. I said, Michelob Ultra. He said, so drunk Destiny. Good game.
drunk Destiny.
Yes, he
Oh,
did.
yeah.
And I said, yes. He said, you better show up or else you're grounded. I said, don't yell at me. He said, go to your fucking room, you fucking deadbeat. And I said, Dad, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Don't hit me
So-
with the hose again, Papa.
He said, it
All
puts a
because-
lotion on the
All
skin,
because he was supposed to go to a birthday party tomorrow.
or else it gets the
For
hose again.
his cousin, Scooter, who is a
Scooter?
Okay, that's what we call him.
That's your wiener dog's
That was
name.
my wiener dog.
He's
I had a
a
14-year-old fucking miniature dachshund named Scooter.
he's a welder, and he just goes
Well,
by
Scooter was kind of a
he-
welder. He had a red
He's,
rocket.
he's
he goes
not,
by Scooter Cooter,
he's
is
not
his
a
name.
weller, he's a wella.
and
They're a wella.
it was for his kid's birthday, and they were gonna get drunk. Well, it all kind of fell apart, and so they can't drink no more.
Oh,
Afro's like, I'm
You
not
ask
going.
him. I
speaking
don't know who Scooter is, but I know who my Scooter was. That little sumbitch weighed 40 pounds, and he had a callus on the front of his chest.
he was
As his-
fat.
His legs were too short, but his belly was too big. The little sumbitch drug the ground, and you'd look at him and go, "Scooter, sit," and he'd go. That was it. That was all the movement you got.
Yeah,
From standing fucking up to ass on the ground. And
But,
as soon as that little sumbitch's nuts would hit the concrete floor, you go, that was the coolest fucking dog ever. He was like 40 pounds and had 12 pounds of nuts. And a badass. He would walk up, and that son of a bitch would get a mohawk. And he ran off a 150-pound chocolate lab and a 95-pound German Shepherd.
They
and
thought
I-
he was going to have a heart attack.
He ate fucking first. He'd come in sideways, and my dad, I'll never forget it till I die. I'm working up at that Founder in Prescott. Like
Which is
1200
closed
degree,
now.
1200 degree furnace. Oh yeah, it was hotter than Satan's balls, and it's closed. And I'm up there and it's fucking cooking. And Dad texts me and he goes, "This fucking dog." I'm like, "Are you talking about my dog?" And he goes, "Yes." He goes, "I just treated because we had fleas with the dogs outside." He goes, "I just treated a 75-pound German Shepherd, a 150-pound fucking lab." He goes, "And this goddamn weenie dog won't let me touch him. He gets a mohawk and he tries to bite me every time." I'm like, "All right, I'll be home in a little bit."
Because he didn't bring the peanut butter
That's
out.
right. That's right. He didn't put it on.
So-
He
He
didn't
like
put the
Scooter
peanut butter in
like
the right spot. So I walk in and I'm like, "Hey, you little son of a bitch!"
Scooter
and
like
he
peanut
ducked
butter
his
with
head.
nuts.
He dug his head, and I'm like, "Look, we got to get this shit taken care of." And I pick him up right up underneath his front legs, and I sit him down in this fucking mineral tub that Dad had full of dip that he was washing all the dogs with. Set him down in this fucking mineral tub all the way up to his armpits, and he's going, looking at my dad like he's almost going to eat your soul. And I told Dad, I said, start washing him. And he goes, well, some bitch going to bite me. I said, he ain't going to bite you while I'm holding him. Just do it. And this dog would look at me like, fucking teeth showing. I'm like, quit. And he'd quit for a minute. And he'd look at my dad and I'm like, just wash him. So we got him all washed off. Got him taken care of. And you asked this some bitch. I am not lying. If I'm lying, I'm fucking dying. Winter come on. And this dog slept in a doghouse on that front porch of my mom and dad's house with that German Shepherd. They were best friends. You pour food out, they hated each other. My little fucking 40-pound weenie dog would eat before all them big dogs. I come
Scooter
home.
was kind of a prick.
He was a dickhole. He was a dick. And I come home one night and Dad goes, hey, we got a problem. I said, what do you mean? He goes, I found Scooter in the barn. I was like, oh shit, what did he do? Because 2 weeks previous to this, we bought chickens for my kids. This little son of a bitch dug his way into the chicken coop, and he ate so many chickens he couldn't get back out the hole he dug to get in. Like his belly was swelled up. He didn't just kill them, he ate them all. And I'm like, God dang, how do I get mad at this dog? He didn't just kill him, he ate them. So I'm like, all right, well, Dad goes, we got a problem. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, I found Scooter in the barn. I'm like, okay. What'd he do? And he goes, no, I found Scooter in the barn. And I'm like, all right, what did he do? And he goes, I found him in the barn. I'm like, motherfucker, I don't speak Braille. What are you trying to say? And he goes, your dog's fucking dead. Ooh. I went off the deep end just a little bit. I drank a whole fucking fifth of Jaeger that night and ended up in Lynn County hanging out with my...
Meth addict buddies.
No. I don't have any of those.
Yes, you do.
Hey, no, I don't. No, I don't.
You have a
no,
meth
no,
They're
addict
clean
brother-in-law?
now.
Maybe.
They
But I
are.
wasn't. But I ended up there one night, just totally hammered. And I was still married to the kids' mom at the time. And she texts me and she goes, are you okay? I said, no, I'm fucking not okay. And she goes, well, what are you doing? I said, I am taking care of my dog. This motherfucker was the only friend besides this sumbitch that I had that didn't judge me.
He didn't
This
know,
dude never judged
he
me.
didn't know I was a friend whenever he threw me in
No,
his
you were still a,
pool.
you were still a baby at that time.
The fuck I was? I
No,
was
you
in middle
were.
school.
You were. This was like in 99, maybe 2000. You were still a baby.
I was 9.
Yeah.
I was
This
in high
motherfucker,
school.
this motherfucker wasn't judging me,
Right?
and that dog wasn't judging
Fucking
me.
pervert.
I wasn't being a pervert. I was just being truthful. He didn't judge me. This dog didn't judge me. We were buddies. And I had a little bit of a minor meltdown. May or may not have drank a half gallon of fucking Jaeger.
And cocaine.
No.
He
No,
never
'cause
had that much
I
money.
didn't like the way it smelled. I didn't like the
He
way it
was a
So,
smelled.
roach
speaking
dick.
of dogs, so
He was chopping
you
up
know how,
aspirin.
like a couple weeks ago, I went to Branson.
What does Branson got to do with
no,
dogs?
hold on. So I had put Django at my dad's house.
Your dog's name is Django.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a solid black. He's
Oh,
a-
that's profiling.
That's
right
fucking
there.
awesome.
hold on.
He
He's a-
doesn't mean it, y'all. He's
He's a-
not
okay.
a Nazi.
He's a black, half golden retriever, half dachshund.
He just called him
He's
Django.
just a-
No, wait a minute. retriever dash hound?
Yeah.
A wiener dog and a
Please
golden
tell me he's
retriever.
got
He
the
has-
body of a golden retriever and the legs
No,
of
he
a
has
dash
a-
hound.
He has the
Oh,
body of
oh,
a wiener dog
No.
and the
He's
hair
about
of a golden retriever.
3 feet tall.
I
Three,
gotta see
three and a
your
half feet
dog.
tall.
No, he's not 3
he
feet tall.
has a long
He's
nose.
not 3 feet tall. He may be 3 feet long. That son of a bitch is miniature. He's got
Okay,
stumpy
so
legs.
He has the dachshund nose.
He does.
He has the dachshund spots on his face.
Yep.
But other
He's
than
got
that,
the golden
he's
retriever hair.
jet black, and has the golden retriever hair. His
Oh.
mom was a dachshund.
Yeah. Like a Heinz
dad was a
57
golden
like a
retriever.
motherfucker.
Poor girl.
So
He is the epitome of what people tried to do with Labradoodle, only fucked it up with.
So I had
Golden-
taken him to
golden-
my dad's house because my dad has
Whatever.
an outside dog cage, concrete floor,
Just
Um,
walk
like,
out and she's
automatic
dragging
feeder.
underneath of him.
Yeah.
and-
automatic feeder, the whole
God.
9 yards. So I had put food out, put water out. So I'm in Branson, right when I was in Branson, Cable Rock, whatever.
Where was you at?
Cable Rock, Branson.
In
I was-
Branson.
I was within
He
walking
said I was
distance.
in Branson.
I was
Maybe
within
Table
walking
Rock,
distance.
but definitely in
They're the
Branson.
same fucking thing.
But in Branson. Definitely
And
Table
so-
Rock. Maybe Branson.
My stepmom puts in the family
Oh,
group chat on
dear.
Snapchat. She says, "Whose fucking dog is this?" And I had called my dad. I said, "Hey, did you take my dog out?" He goes, "Did you check the family Snapchat?" I said, "No, I didn't." Because I have it. I unmuted your guys's, ours.
You unmuted us?
I
Wait a fucking
that
minute.
that was drunk as shit right there.
You had us
He
muted?
said, muted us."
This motherfucker muted
I had it
us.
I
set to
actually
mention-
remember
I-
him talking about
I
this.
had it
That's
set to
fucked
mention
up.
only because you guys were blowing my shit up at work one day.
That's
and
bullshit.
I turned
No.
it off.
You started it.
So
We don't mute
I,
people. We don't mute people we
I
love.
have the family
You
group
fucking
chat
muted us. That's
as-
wrong.
mention only.
I wouldn't have done that.
So if you mention me, it pops up on my
I
phone.
Just
will
mention.
mention you in every comment.
Me
Ours
too.
anymore.
is
From
back
now
to
on.
normal,
Oh,
by the way.
okay.
No,
So,
it's not.
Every
it won't
time
be back to normal for
if,
a while.
if
Because he fucking muted us.
if you was to just comment right now, it's
I would have never done that to you. You know that,
I
right?
was having a bad day.
No.
I was
No,
having
it's
a
not
very
an
bad day.
excuse.
Breathe.
I have bad days. Do I mute you?
Breathe.
What the fuck?
He's young. He
I
doesn't know
thought we
any
were
better.
closer than that.
He's young. He doesn't know
I
any
had
better.
checked the family Snapchat.
You guys, you need to
And
know right now, we
My
don't do that
stepmom
to
said, "Whose
friends.
fucking dog
You're
is
gonna
this?"
have to give him a mouth hug or something.
We don't do that to friends. We don't mute our friends.
He wanted to fuck my mom.
No, I didn't want to fuck your mom.
But I thought
I
she's
come
in
really
an
close.
X-ray.
Before,
She
when
is
my mom
now-
was younger, before
When this
before
shit
when my
happens.
mom was younger, he wanted to fuck my mom.
No, his mom wanted to fuck me if we're gonna be technical.
So, anyways, here we are.
Oh God!
So,
Remember, we was gonna
my-
not cuss and not
my
get
stepmom
No,
Mom
we were
said-
never gonna say that.
my stepmom said, "Whose dog is this?"
I mean, that was kind of a big deal back in
and
the day.
someone commented, goes, or it was my sister-in-law said,
Not a big
"Well,
deal.
how do
A
you
big
mean?"
deal.
And she goes, "They left him here with food and water and a leash on the edge of the dog cage."
Nice.
I had already talked to my dad
No.
about this, and my dad didn't say a word because he knew what was going on.
Right?
And one of my sister-in-laws comments and says, "Who leaves a dog in a dog cage at a random house with food and water and a leash?" And Luke's, or no, it was Jake. Jake goes, you know, the one that was on the show. Jake goes, "That's Cody's dog." And
Django?
yeah. And my stepmom goes, "No, it's not. He's bigger than that." And my dad goes, "No, that's Cody's dog, Django. He's in Branson and needed to leave his dog somewhere." And she goes, "He won't stop growling at me."
Who needs a drink?
I don't.
I'm still working on mine.
And
God, you
so everyone's like freaking out because this random dog was left at my dad's house. And Django is, okay, he is a very intelligent dog. He has the golden retriever side.
did not get it from his owner
He's like very smart.
because he would
You
never
tell
be
him,
that
like,
way to
so
his
if,
friends.
so, like, if he was here right now and you stick your hand out, he's gonna shake your hand. But at the same time, he's gonna he's gonna lick his balls. Like, So he's
Got that
very,
from his dad's friends.
he's very intelligent, but he's very dumb at the same time.
Got that from
Because
his
you can't
dad's
say
friends
the R
too.
word. You can't say the R word anymore.
Ooh, that's sharp.
And so,
Motherfucker,
He,
don't
um,
stab me.
but when my dad would show up,
Wouldn't do that.
I have been told over the years that my dad and I kind of sound the same. So when my dad showed up
Y'all skip?
and went to take him out, I'm assuming he thought my dad was me, and he walked with my dad just fine. And my dad's like, "Oh, he'll piss on everything. He'll, he shit twice. He's back in the cage." But oh my god. But the reason why he's named Django was after the movie Django,
Mhm.
and because when I bought him,
We
he
can't
was
quote
the-
that
well, I,
movie.
so I didn't buy him.
We can, but it'll get
Um,
demonetized.
Jason Thorpe, who I got
Mhm.
Kata from, my full blood pit bull, who he hates pit bulls. But
I know, but I love Jason.
so I got
My
his
wife's
dog.
cousin.
Wait a minute. The
So
dog's
I
name's
got-
what?
So I got Kata.
What was the dog's name?
Oh, I thought you said Kato.
No, Kada.
Kato.
I got her from
Kata?
Jason because his mom said when you go to college, either she goes with you or she goes away.
Can't pet that dog.
And yeah, hold on.
I can't help it. The guys at work, they're like, "Can I pet that dog?"
So you get the after hours shooting the shit show. I'm calling
Yeah,
it that, the after
yeah.
hours. But
When we're talking about
Kata
So-
was
how
that's
Cody
what we're
is
doing
mean
right
to
now.
us
I
when we're
got
not
Kata.
around.
I got Kata when she was like 9 months old, and raised her for 9-10 years. And I had gave her to somebody who was supposed because the neighbors I had at the time
That's really good.
were
Whoa.
anti pit bull because that was back when Fort Scott had that ban on them, and I had got told if we get called again, she gets put down. And I was like, I'm not letting that. So I
No.
gave her to a buddy of mine, no names mentioned. And she got out and ran off. No idea where she went. But Django I got from Jason Thorpe because I trusted
You
the
got
guy.
Django from Jason?
I believe we just established that like 5
No,
minutes
I thought he
ago.
got his pit from Jason. I
That's
didn't
what he
realize you got
said, the
Django
pit.
from
Oh,
him.
wait a minute. That's two different dogs.
Django's
Kata.
not a pit.
Oh.
Dude, he's cool.
He's so
Um,
pretty.
He is.
That's
He's a
not-
wiener dog.
that's-
No, that was a
that's not-
pit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you think
No,
that's
you gotta
crazy?
see
Here,
Django.
look. That
He's
bitch was
cool.
jacked. That's Kata.
I
Yeah.
love pit bulls.
And-
Yeah, she's a bad bitch.
She, like, I remember walking her at Gun Park, and
You need to see Rocky.
and she.
I'm looking
So
for.
I was
He's a bad
walking her
dude.
at Gun Park. She was on a leash, and this fucking lady was like screaming, and like she was scared. She's like, "Oh my god, your dog's gonna eat me." She's wagging her tail. She's happy, and she's like, "No, she's gonna eat me." I said, "Just
Look at Rocky.
yeah, no, I've seen your wife's post about
Rocky is-
Oh,
yeah.
dude.
Rocky
And-
is
But he
special.
has like a
Oh, God damn it.
plethora of dogs. So he's got
I have
Rocky.
3.
Bro,
Yeah,
this
but he's
eye,
got
do you see it?
your eye or mine.
Did you see it?
Uh-huh.
That
it twitching?
motherfucker is spazzing the fuck out right
So
now.
he's got Rocky, who is the epitome
Oh my god, it's
of
annoying.
a red nosed pit.
Yeah.
No, he's blue.
And
He's-
yeah,
no,
well,
he's-
he's got
he's a
the
blue-
pink patch.
No, that doesn't matter. He's a blue nose.
He's
but
blue.
he's got Rocky, and then he's got Tracker, and Tracker's a Basset.
Tracker
Oh,
is.
I've seen your
12-pound
dog.
ears,
I am friends with your wife on Facebook.
and then he's got Gypsy. Gypsy's an evil bitch.
I love
No,
that
so
baby.
She's the fucking
okay,
devil.
so the video
She
your
is the
wife
devil.
shared, or no, it was you. I believe it was in the Snapchat with us, and you're like, say hi to the camera, and like I believe your blue nose was like all like smiling and shit.
Rocky is special.
And then there's the Basset Hound who's like, she just looks up at you,
Tracker.
and
yeah.
then the other one's like, and
Oh,
it's like,
she's a-
I mean,
she's
Oh.
a bitch.
and you commented, yeah, fuck that dog.
Yeah, she's a bitch.
She is 30 pounds of shit in a 10-pound bag,
She
and she will
is.
fight.
Oh yeah.
She is. She's smaller than the rest of them, But that bitch has got a chip on
She's
her
still-
shoulder.
Off the table, she's probably
She ain't
Yeah.
very big at all.
that tall. She's almost as tall as Rocky now.
Yeah, but she's got a
She
chip
can
on her
lev-
fucking
She
shoulder.
can levitate.
But I will
She's
say,
an asshole.
I love her.
I will
Yeah,
say,
you got to,
so
'cause nobody
I've
else
had
does.
2 dogs, and I don't know.
He even says she's
I kind of
want to
say this about
Mhm.
I kind of want to hear so to finish up this episode. I kind of want to hear your guys' thoughts. Everybody always says you get that one dog,
Mm.
okay?
Mm.
But I can
Mm.
say I can say in my
No,
lifetime.
he's had
no
several.
no. Hold on a second. I can say in my lifetime I've had 2. I had Browning,
I've had 3.
which I can show you pictures.
Yeah.
He was the very first dog my dad ever got me. He was a
Lab.
solid chocolate lab,
Yeah.
and how I knew he was the dog was when we went to the guy's house to buy him. My dad knew he was the only one of all the puppies that ran out. They were all fucking,
That
jumping
came
and
to you.
He looked at me dead in the face and was just like, no, because there's black and
Melt
there's,
your
you know,
fucking heart.
I mean, like he just knew, like I knew that he was the dog
Yeah.
that I needed to have.
Yeah.
And I had that dog for 6th grade until 20. I had him for 14 years. And
I've had 3
and
in
then
my 46 years. I've had
after
3 dogs
him-
like that.
after him, let's see, I have photos. After him was Kada.
Yeah.
But like Browning was, I named him Browning after the shotgun because my stepdad
This
Jeff.
is a label whore.
had he had
yeah.
the Browning Gold Trigger A1.
Browning Auto 5.
Yeah, he was the
He was
big,
a label whore.
he was the guy, so I named him after
Right.
that gun.
Right. I get it.
And so that was just kind of one of those like, oh fuck.
How many you had?
I just scrolled through pictures, and then there
Oh.
was Gage, but he was the dog that like, he was my first dog, and then whenever I got Kada, they were like best friends, and then I remember coming home one day, and he had the hip dysplasia.
Yeah.
He had the bad hips.
Yeah.
Put him down, and then
Lab
it was
thing.
Kada. But like, I had the best of both worlds. I had the hunting dog that like, I used to have, and this was back in the Motorola Razor days, the rocker days. I
Yeah.
had a picture of me sitting in frozen water up to my waist. I'm in my waders, and I'm like not frozen to the
Frozen.
water. Like
But-
but like it's starting to ice. He's sitting right here in the water. He would not get out. Like he had to be within like a foot or 2 of me, and then like he was my best friend. And then there was Kada who kind of filled that void once he was gone. I put him down because that's how you do it. And then
You don't
after
let them
that,
suffer.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, I got Gage, who was my old lady had. She had knew I had always wanted another lab. Like I'd always chased that other lab. Like, can I find someone just as good as
No.
him, if not better? And I found Gage.
You can get them close.
No. I
You can
had
get them
found,
close,
I had found Gage, and
but
from,
they're never the
like
same.
when we went to pick him up in El Dorado, Missouri. I just, from the minute I got him, he was fucking smart.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
at the time we were told he was 8 weeks old, he was 5. So like he had that separation anxiety from his mom.
Mhm.
He
Yeah.
clung to me real hard. Like if I was gone to
You
work
let him
and she
nurse
went to
on you,
open,
didn't you?
you fucking.
He's
perv.
like, go ahead.
But
Go
like
ahead.
when I went,
Go
like,
ahead.
if I was
It's
at
like a
work
nipple.
and like Ashley went to open his cage up, he would growl at her. Like he was not happy with nobody but me. And I talked to Chris Carter, who's a great friend of mine. He said he has separation anxiety.
Could you put your penis on him?
He's like he he was taken away from his mom too early.
Right. Right.
And so he passed away because Parvo,
Mhm.
Oh.
well, he had his shots, he had everything.
Yeah.
Well, there is a few strands of Parvo that they can't cure.
Right. Right.
He got one. And so when he passed away, like he was the last straw for me on dogs. And then there was fucking Django. It was just like a fluke thing.
How many did you have?
But like you, I mean, like did anybody else for one have their first dog, and then that one dog that
Oh.
was the one but didn't make it?
Oh, this is
I-
we'll make the horn.
God.
I'll let him go first.
First one, I've only had that were technically mine.
But have you noticed though that men only ever have so many dogs?
Yeah.
I've only had that were technically mine.
I mean,
two.
your dogs.
2. Starting
Exactly.
out, I've had, when I was a little kid, we had Zook. Zook
Oh.
was one that my mom and dad got when they first got married from
Was
the
not
pound.
expecting that.
She was my babysitter. She raised all 4 of us kids.
Right.
That's how Kato was.
That was the family dog.
I
Right.
remember. So I remember
Nobody
Kato.
messed with that dog. If you fucked with the kid, she would eat you.
I remember. So like so I had my twins. Whenever we brought them home, she thought they were hers.
Yeah.
And you didn't touch them without her. Like she would clean your hand.
Mhm.
Like those were her babies, or the twins.
So
And
who-
I understand what you're talking
After
about.
Zook, in between all these, there's a lot of other dogs. We had
Yeah.
dogs out the
But
alley.
it was your dog. I mean,
After Zook, as far as family dogs went, we had Otis.
no, like
Big old
your
black-
dog.
I know, but
Like,
this is a long line of
Yeah,
good
he's,
dogs
yeah.
that have influenced a lot of what I looked at. Otis was a big old black lab. That he was. Zook raised Otis,
that burp was rumble.
and
cute.
You need some
the
more?
best dogs we have ever had in our family
A
were
black lab?
raised by the previous.
For sure.
Otis,
Always.
amazing dog. He basically took up where Zook left off.
And if you got a family
And
dog
just-
that'll raise the next
Oh
one,
God!
the next
It's
one's always
fucking
better.
great.
Otis got old. The next one to come around was after mom and dad had separated. My little brother come up with this great big old English Mastiff,
Mm-hmm.
Raymond,
God
and
dang,
that was Lane's dog, big old brindle, just
yeah,
a
but
massive
he was
dog.
everybody's dog. That dude was a sweetheart.
Otis raised Raymond.
Did he?
When he got there, Otis raised Raymond. Raymond bounced back and forth, but he ended up staying with us.
Raymond had a
We
fucked up
basically claimed him.
overbite.
No, Raymond didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, Raymond was perfect.
Tiger stripe.
He never had an overbite, nothing.
Oh, I thought he had the
No,
crooked smile.
nope.
But
He was
a
the one.
monster.
Otis, you didn't fuck with any of the kids, just like
No.
Zook.
No.
Fast forward, Raymond's been there forever. That dog, kids come around. That was their dog. My boy's
Yeah.
born.
Yeah. Him and Everett were
We
best
come
friends.
home from the hospital. Everett's a few days old.
Yeah.
Raymond won't let us in the house because he wants to see that kid.
Yeah.
Head down in there, sniffing around his chest. That was it. That was the bond.
And when he says
That
head,
was
That's how
he's
Kato
talking
was with
40-pound
head.
head.
Yeah,
This
that's
son
how-
of a bitch had a fucking forehead on him.
So Kato was 100 and almost 40-pound, and I showed you pictures. She was a solid pit. And when we brought the twins home, I mean, she, like, from the minute she came in, like from the minute they came in, she knew that was her job.
You did not mention the one I
That
thought you
was-
would, though.
Which one?
Hog.
I liked Hog, but that was Gina's dog.
Okay.
But
Me and Hog was
Kato
buddies,
was,
but
like,
still
Kato
got
was the
one more.
twins' protector.
Oh, I know.
And I remember there was one night, I think I told you this before. There was one night a guy came into the house. We were having like a little house party. And a guy came to the house and he came in the front door and she was never aggressive, never mean, never nothing. Like she loved everybody. She loved the attention. And he came in the house and she just would growl at him. And he's like, you need to get your dog in
No,
check.
they can sense it.
And I said, no, I think it's you. And he's like,
Yeah.
no. And he went outside.
I need to pet
sh-
that
and-
dog.
And she was fine. And he come back in, and she did not like him. And I said, "There's
That's when you
something
send a
about you."
motherfucker kicking rocks.
Yeah, like
'Cause if the
there's
dog don't
something
like you,
about
I
you
probably
she
won't.
doesn't like. I said, so you should probably leave, and things will be fine. And he had came with a buddy of mine, and he left, and it was fine. But the entire night she sat there, and the twins were on the floor. They were like 3-4 months old, and she would watch what everybody did. But you did not get between her and the babies.
So who
And
was after Raymond?
that was her.
See, I judge what my best dogs are off which ones broke me.
I've always been told
Luke-
you only get 2 good dogs in your life.
I beg to
got three.
differ.
I got three.
I beg to
And
differ. I think it depends. There's a
and
good
it's just one of
dog,
those
but
things
there's
you-
different levels.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things you get told you get 2 good dogs in your life, and you get 1 good truck in your life.
I got 3 dogs.
And so like I can
I
and
got
like
the one good truck.
and
still.
like so what concerns me is I say I have 2 good dogs, which is Browning and Kada, but then there's Gage, who didn't get the chance to make it all the way.
Right.
But like
I've had
I
several.
mean,
of
I'm
them.
just saying with you, I know Blue's one of them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because I've only met that dog probably 3 times, maybe 4, and I love your dog.
That old bitch listens.
She's a great
she's
dog.
my
I
buddy.
mean, Blue is a great.
But who's your last one?
I bawled my eyes out on Zook, Otis, and Raymond.
Right.
I lost them. Those
Oh,
3,
I know.
they broke me.
I knew about Raymond. I didn't know about Zook.
Zook, she was amazing. The one that I never intended on falling in love with,
Yeah,
Gypsy.
Evil bitch.
I love
Evil
her.
bitch.
I didn't even pick her out. My brother and
That's how it
sister-in-law,
works, though.
Oh.
Like
she had
Django,
called.
I-
These people
can't-
had these puppies.
Yeah,
They
I can't
needed
stand
homes.
Django. Like, Django is the high maintenance. He wants your attention all the time.
Hmm.
And I don't know if that's the dash hound in
That's-
him or the golden retriever in him,
No.
but he
no.
wants your like. Whenever I come home,
Undivided attention.
like when I come home from work, he's like, "Oh my god!" I mean, like I'm like, "You go outside." He goes outside. He goes to the bathroom. He's like, he's just excited as shit.
See,
But, like,
Gypsy.
I can't really. I mean, I say now I can't stand him much, but he just turned 2.
yeah.
Like he's he's like we call he's a teenager. He's full,
Yep.
he's a teenager. He's hyper. He's active. And I'm just like, dude, you gotta calm the fuck.
yeah.
Gypsy
But,
was
like-
the plain Jane looking one.
Yeah.
There was nothing special about her.
Yeah.
She was the run of the litter. And at that point, I was looking for a cattle dog.
Yeah.
They're healer, border collie mix, whatever the hell. She's a fucking mutt. They show up with her. I said, yeah, I'll take one of them. This little bitch curled up on my chest, and that's where she slept for the next 3 hours. When I'd go to the ranch, she's in the truck beside me. I'm working on stuff. She's sitting at the door watching me.
She's the
She grew
devil.
up right with me.
She did.
Yeah.
That's where she stayed all the time. One day she decided that she was scared to death of cows, wasn't gonna work, but she loved my boy. Alright, you can stay here with him that day.
Yep.
From then on, that's where she stayed. She stayed at the house.
He protected
Stay
what
with
was
my.
yours.
Oh, that bitch will eat a motherfucker over that kid.
She is
Her
the devil
or
if you
Gene-
piss her
so
off.
him or
it's,
Gina.
it's like she knew what was important to
Yes.
you, and
Yes.
that's all that mattered. Her
She
job
has-
was to protect what was yours.
She has bit me half a dozen times as I'll fuck with the boy or the wife. All teeth, no backup in her.
Yeah.
She'll come up and she'll grab me. She won't break skin. But she will bite me and let me know, don't fuck with them.
Yeah.
We had a guy I worked with stop by when we lived in town. Just out of the blue. Stops by, he's trying to get me to go to the bars. I'm not going. One of the little green spiders that come in from everywhere drops down from the ceiling. She was sitting on the couch behind my wife. Drops down in front of him where Gina's standing 2-3 feet in front of him. I'm kind of sitting between. He reaches out, smacks that spider. She thought he tried to hit Mama.
And lit his
She
ass
come
up.
off that couch, nothing but teeth. Gina's grabbing her. I'm yelling, get off the door.
Yeah.
It's goddamn, she's fucking mean. I'm telling you. I don't care who comes through the door. There's a fucking pit bull there that'll lick you to death.
Yep.
And
And a basset.
Yeah, that little black bitch will fucking eat your soul. I don't care who you are. She won't worry about me. But that woman and that child,
You're not getting to them.
God help you.
Yeah.
She is meaner than shit to protect
Yeah.
them. And that's going to be when she's going to hurt. When she's gone, that one's going to really hurt.
I've had 4. 3 for sure, but definitely 4. I had one in high school. Butch. He was my buddy. He was half Australian Shepherd, half Blue Heeler. This sumbitch would sit next to me all night. We'd be playing poker in the garage up in Pleasanton. I'd get up, go outside to piss. He'd go with me. We'd walk around the white corner of the garage. I'd piss, he'd piss, and he'd come back in. He'd sit right down next to me. And he was cool because I swore this sumbitch spoke English. I'd look at him, I said, you ain't no fucking good. And he'd bow his head and put his foot on my leg like, I'm sorry, Dad. Like, super good dog, but he was super young, and he didn't live long because he liked to chase cars, and he caught one.
Yeah.
So I count him, but I don't count him. I had a 145-pound English Mastiff, and 40 pounds of him was head. And we got him, and he was the runt of the litter. And my dad goes, what are we going to name this dog? I said, we're going to name him Mad Max. And he goes, why? I said, that's a big motherfucker. I mean, he had feet that were bigger than a beer can when he was a baby. And this sumbitch ended up weighing a solid 145, just big old forehead. He was what they called a black mass fawn. Had the big old dark cheeks, solid white, just big dog. He was a great dog, but he got the hip dysplasia and got mean toward the end, and we had to put him down. Of course, I had my weenie dog. me and that little motherfucker were joined at the hip, and he grew up in my right arm, and my 22-year-old grew up in my left arm. And we would sit in a recliner at night, and I didn't even want that weenie dog. I didn't want him. I had no desire to have a small dog. But my kids' mother had always wanted a small house dog. And I had a buddy that had a full-size wiener dog bred to a miniature female. So they couldn't paper him, but they were full-blood. He was out of a litter that was full-blooded dachshunds. He's like, we can't paper him because one's miniature, one's regular. I'm like, I don't care about papers. Little sumbitch had hot spots all over him. He was bald. I took him to the vet, and I'm like, look, if you can keep him alive, like I paid $50 for him. You can keep him alive, you do your thing. So they called me like 2 weeks later, and they're like, hey, this puppy's okay, but he's super ugly. I'm like, all right. And I get there. This motherfucker looked like the Jeffrey Dahmer of dogs. Like missing hair, missing fucking teeth, like just beat up.
That was Raymond.
And he was such a sweetheart. And so I went and picked him up. I missed that motherfucker so much. He was the sweetest big dog. Like 200 pounds of kiss my ass. And nobody get out of the car because they were afraid Raymond would eat them. They didn't know if they got close enough to him, he'd lick the skin right off your arm. But if that little boy had issues with you, that dog would eat you. That's the way Max was. And so, I had Scooter for, oh shit. He was 14 years old when I lost him. And I had a
Scooter
meltdown.
had some age on him.
Yeah. I had a meltdown. I drank a half gallon of fucking Jaeger and like slept in the car on a gravel road and I had a moment. Like me and that dog were joined at the hip. And I was convinced I was never going to have another dog. I didn't want another dog. All they're going to do is die on you. They're going to hurt your fucking heart. I don't want no more dogs. And Courtney and I got married, and Red was a baby. No, that. Yeah, I'll get emotional talking about it because me and that bitch are joined at the hip. Like, I genuinely love that fucking dog. I do. And she listens. She knows her name. She knows what you're talking about, and you don't even have to say it in the human context. You can mention something and I can watch her and she's like, okay. And she's annoying as shit.
Peanut butter? Ooh.
No. Couldn't. I
You
couldn't.
come with nuts?
I couldn't.
Right?
I couldn't. But like when winter comes around, I'm like, look, she needs to come inside. My wife goes, she sheds really bad. I don't give a fuck. I'll sweep the floor 40 fucking times this week. 'Cause she does. She's got super long hair. She's a blue Merle Aussie. She's the epitome of a blue Merle. And the sweetest fucking thing on the planet. But you get too close and she'll eat your soul. But
She likes me.
she does. She does. He pulls in the fucking driveway and she hears the truck and she'll kind of growl and then she sees it and she's like, and then her little ass goes to shaking and I'm like, you go see him. But the sweetest thing ever.
Told her to
She-
shut up a couple times.
She's my number 3. And I promise you, like, there ain't a human on the planet I won't go toe to toe with. I don't give a fuck. I might get beat up. I might lose. But I'm not scared. I'm going to cry like a bitch if something happens to this dog. Just telling you now. We're gonna have a memorial service podcast for my freaking dog if something happens to her. Because I'm too used to going home and her being there. And she's my buddy. Like last weekend, my youngest had his 15th birthday. He said, can I have like 6 or 7 of my buddies come stay the night? And we're like, yeah, sure.
There's a lot more 6
I
or
had
7 boys there.
14 15-year-olds at my house.
Fuck.
I had 3 17-year-olds at my house, along with the 14 15-year-olds. And then I had 7, somewhere in the middle, girls from the high school all there at one point in time. And I walked out to smoke, and my dog couldn't stare at the fucking door any harder. And I'm like, are you all right? And she come over and she sat next to me and she kept looking around my knee like, what in the fuck is going on, Dad? And I started to walk inside and we just bought new pads for our porch swing at Walmart. And I'm like, all right, well, fuck. I can't leave her out here with this madness. So I took one of the big seat pads that we'd bought for the porch swing, took it in and laid in front of my recliner. Opened the door. I said, come on, get in here. I said, get over and lay down. So she lays down on that pad. Never said a word. And Courtney goes, what's she doing in here? I said, they're stressing her out. She's like, they're stressing me out. I said, well, get used to it, but we're not leaving the dog out there to deal with it. So she laid there all night. I'd get up to go smoke. She wouldn't even go outside. I said, you need to pee? He'd look at me and look right back down. This dog laid on that porch swing pad for 12 fucking hours and would not get off of it. Like those boys were stressing her out. And finally, I got up that next morning and she's still laying there. I said, hey, we need to go potty. Come on. We walk out. We're standing on the front porch. They're all passed out upstairs, asleep on the floor and whatever. And she walked out and she peed. She walks right back and she sits down and looks at that door handle. And I'm like, are you all right? Like, I'm going back in this house, dude. You don't let me in one way or another. So she come in. She laid right back down on her pad. And my wife gets up 10:30, 11 o'clock. Everybody slept in because we were up all night and the kids stayed up late. This dog ain't moved. And she goes, she probably needs, my wife got up and she goes, she probably needs to go outside. I said, oh, she went out this morning. She ain't got no desire to go outside because she's convinced that chaos is still happening. Oh, dude, like, I don't want to be that guy, and I don't want to get that attached to an animal. And I told her, oh, it's bad. It's bad. She is just like my 3 kids. I will have a meltdown when something happens to her.
Gypsy and I mean, they all sleep inside.
She's a sweetheart too.
First
She's a
thing in the
mean bitch.
morning, oh, she's a mean bitch.
But she's a sweetheart.
First thing in the morning, Gina will walk through, she flips the kennels up. Come on, potty. She might get up, she might not. I walk through, and she's just let her and look at it. Get your ass outside. She'll get up, kind of stretch. Well, I fucking guess. Get your ass out the door. And when I get home, she'll probably be in bed already.
Really?
She may not look at me for 2 days. And then one day she'll just come in, she'll hit that couch and look at me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll just sit there and scratch her. She makes that damn pit bull look like a bitch. That pit bull don't fuck with her a bit.
No.
The whole saying fuck deal kind of fucked off. We got a little deep here on the end of this.
Yeah, you started this.
Well, we got some good subjects out there.
We did.
Yeah.
So,
We cussed the city a little bit.
Next week, hunting season.
Next
Yes.
week, we are going to talk about bow hunting.
So we will be
Woo!
on that subject. So it was fun.
If you need hats,
I hope you enjoyed the 2-part deal.
If you need hats,
Are we going to be a 2-parter on this one?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
How long are we right now?
If you need hats, you need
we don't
koozies.
even want to think about it.
Hats, koozies, tumblers, t-shirts, any of that stuff, we got you hooked up. If this comes out before we have ran out, we have several different colors, including camo, right now. Any color in the rainbow you can ask for koozies. Hit us up in the comments. What? Facebook,
Facebook,
YouTube,
everywhere.
Spotify, TikTok.
There's a link that goes right to.
The link to DTF, the hot DTFs,
Yes.
he can get most of the stuff.
Yeah, so if
There's
we're
a
out,
lot he does not have on his deal yet because that's just through us.
we're kind of developing this
Yeah.
faster than he can keep up. But if you want it and you see it and we don't have it currently in hand,
He can get it.
he can get it. Just let us know. We'll make sure it all happens.
On that note,
Right.
it's been fun.
Over the lips and through the gums. Look out, stomach, here it comes.
That's what you said at the Pink Panther the other night, too. And then
it
you
is.
gagged.
All
God.
right, it was fun. It was great.
Kumbaya.
Hope you enjoyed the 2-part episodes. We had fun. So we
We had
will
a
see
blast.
you guys
This dude is glass-eyed.
on the. Yeah.
We're going to have another shot of Rumple as soon as we
Yeah.
turn this camera off.
So I love you guys. We love you guys.
Love you all. Thank you.
Peace.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I have got a pit.